Hey, remember me? It's Greg here for Senate Best. It is May of 2025, and this is the first video I've shot in a long time because I got a new knee. I got a knee replacement, total knee replacement on my left knee. It's my third surgery that I had in a row. So I've been in physical therapy for like 2.5 years. I'm finally back, and my bike is like awesome now. Not only did I get new grips that actually fit my hands, which was a huge deal, but my suspension works. And why is that? Well, you may have noticed, I don't look the same. I've actually lost 140 pounds in the last 6 months. So it's like the weight of my wife when she was pregnant, like was always on my back, and I was still having so much fun. But I'm super excited now to see like what I can do at a weight that's like within the weight limit of all of my gear, you know? What I found so far is that I can actually jump. Imagine that. So I'm gonna warm up here on the jam, show you a little bit of that. I'm gonna do jumbo shrimp, and I was never able to do a lot of those jumps. And really finish off on Blue Dream, where I can like clear everything now. Some of the biggest jumps I've ever done. So let's rock and roll. All right, here's the jam, and I'm actually standing up and pedaling. That's new. I'm gonna do the small one first. Yeah, that's different. Right now I'm doing the big one. I used to be scared of this. Yeah, that's nuts. Okay, so I'm on the climb here on Boat Rock, and I just wanted to ask a question, give a little PSA. This section, this rock garden, did it get way easier? Like, it is just not a problem anymore. I don't even think about it. This used to be devastating. Like, I don't know, did Hurricane Helene do something, or you let me know. But I used to have this convoluted way of going over there. It was kind of dangerous. You just roll over it now, huh? Well, hey, change of plans. Turns out there's still tree work going on to clean up after the hurricane. So I'm on New Boss instead, because you can't get to jumbo shrimp. But what's nice is that means I don't have to climb anymore to get to Blue Dream. So one thing that's new is, I think I mentioned it, like standing up and pedaling is now like viable. And that changes a lot. I could do it before, but, well, that's right, I forgot about this. But, like, it would bob so much. Well, actually, it wouldn't even bob, it would just kind of bottom out, stay there. It felt really wrong, and it was also, it just took a lot of my energy. I think it was just like my strength to weight ratio was way off. And what's nice is most of the weight that I've lost is not muscle, which is by design. And so I feel just as strong as I was. I just don't have to lift as much now. And it's so nice. Like, I never understood why anybody would pedal downhill. And now I do. It's because pedaling is not onerous or like a problem. That might have been the smoothest I ever did that. It's just, the whole sport is so much more fun and easier. So I'm in this nice spot right now where I'm still losing weight, and yet I can do all this stuff I couldn't do before. And so like every day is better than the last. Oh. And because climbing is no longer like just misery. I mean, of course, there's parts that are, but before even going from the parking lot to the trailhead was like, I don't know if I can handle that today. It makes me want to go more often because it's not such a big pull to do it in the first place. Matter of fact, this is the 4th day in a row I've been out here, and I don't feel like on fumes or anything at all. I just think the difference at a lower weight is so much more than I anticipated. And a big thing is just the fact that my bike works the way that a bike should. I will say that big props to Santa Cruz, because that Nomad I demoed felt like this, like when I was 386 pounds. It was like a totally different experience. I got this thing, I had to take out a bunch of air in the shock and in the fork, and I'm running no volume spacers, and I still have more to do. I think, like, I don't really bottom out the fork or come kind of close enough to bottoming it out. So, but the low speed low speed compression is awesome now. Like that whole, the word that all the companies use of supple off the top, or that phrase, is like real, and I didn't know that it could be a thing. Another bike that I demoed, this is more recently, it was actually my first ride back from surgery, was a Pivot Firebird. Shout out to Roadie Bicycle Outfitters in Blowing Rock, which is where I live, for having that. And I'll say that the Pivot felt even better than this Orbea Rayon, but after I tuned my fork and shock differently, I'm almost at that level with this bike. The GW Link was amazing. And that was another kind of marketing idea of, what do they call it, mid-stroke support. Orbeas just don't really have it. But the Pivot, it was like, just felt like it was always there. I could always push off it, but it was never harsh. So I think in terms of suspension feels that I've demoed so far, I mean, it's tough to say because most of them were done when I was above the weight limit, which I now know is a real thing. But I think that the DW Link is the best I've experienced. The Santa Cruz's VPP is second. I think this Orbea is third. And then the GT Force was like 3B. I'm hoping that you notice, as I do, that like I'm riding faster now, even downhill. And you know, like physics would say that's not a thing. Like if you weigh more, you should go downhill faster. But I think that because of my weight being so much more than the bike was supposed to carry, like it felt like rattly and out of control way sooner. And so I think I was just braking a lot more. I wasn't letting myself go as fast as I let myself go now, because it felt like the bike was going to explode. And now everything seems in control. But like going back to that Pivot Firebird, that thing was carbon, but I could have sworn it felt like the stability of an aluminum frame, the burliness of it too. Like it was a really thick, kind of low center of gravity carbon frame. And whereas this or Bayerion can get knocked offline pretty easy for its, you know, 180, 160 travel category, the Firebird was unflappable. I felt like it was the fastest bike I've ever ridden. And again, I think that's just because I let myself go fastest on it. All right, so I'm gonna chill out for a minute after this next rock garden and get ready for Blue Dream. And I'm so excited. And especially the transfer station has a step-up jump that I literally couldn't fathom anyone being able to clear. And I can do it. But this is fun right here. It's like the wheels are moving so much, but the handlebar isn't really giving the number of jostles it should. Very good. All right, just a minute. So the key to unlocking Blue Dream, in addition to having a BMI that is not an atrocity, is at the very beginning, I have to be in 8th gear minimum. And getting speed from the beginning is so hard. But I'm gonna try to keep some of it right here. And pedal, 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 pedal. And like skip. Oh yeah. Some jumps. So that you can make the one after it. Yeah, pedal, 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 pedal. No, yes. Like, this worlds apart from before. And I wouldn't even say that was a particularly good start. Like, I don't know how anybody clears that one. This next jump I never thought was possible. It is awesome. Watch this. Oh, dude. It's like, I wouldn't call it a transfer jump, but dude, I had never cleared that before. Or that. Or that. Oh, okay, I cased the crap out of that. Owie. All right, transfer station. Need all the speed you can get. All right, here we go. Here we go. Come on, come on, come on. That is absolutely joyous. Like, you clear the knuckle and you're like, oh, this is gonna be a crazy landing. But the landing's like already there. It's a weird feeling. But probably my favorite jump I've ever had. So, Mud Falcon in just a moment. All right, so as I'm about to drop into Mud Falcon, I gotta remember, one of the things that's gonna change here on the channel is I am not gonna be doing weekly uploads anymore, because It's a lot of work, and I think I actually gained more subscribers not even putting out videos the last year than when I was doing them all the time. Hold on, there's gonna be a nice jump there, but check this out. I never thought that was possible. But yeah, I want to focus on good videos. Like if there's a story or a place, you know, like if I go to Canuga, I'm filming. But if there's a place I haven't been, for sure. But if it's just, you know, another Cub Creek video when I've got like 5, because that's the only place where the weather's decent and I gotta get a video out, like, that's not really serving you or me. So, you know, I'm gonna take the pressure off myself in that regard and really focus on cooler trips and stories and stuff. But I ain't going away. Woo! The other thing is, I want to say, of the top 15 videos in terms of views on this channel, 8 of them are ski videos, 6 of them are product reviews, and 1 of them is a mountain bike video like this. So, you know, it's like the people have spoken. Go skiing more. And I am so excited after missing the last season. Really like 2 seasons for skiing. Next season is gonna be nuts. Hopefully I have as many gains as I do here on the bike after losing all the weight. It's just exciting, you know? Like if that's the thing I'm gonna leave you with is like, is this. When you're not just fat, but like absurdly fat, you feel shame about it. Not once in a blue moon, but like every time you eat, every time you get dressed, every time you shower. I mean, it's like 10 times a day, every day, 365 days a year, you feel ashamed. And that impacts a lot of your life. When you're getting healthy, you'll feel proud that same number of times. And no amount of like delicious, you know, hot wings and food is really equivalent to the frequency with which you get to feel awesome when you're doing things the right way and seeing results and getting to experience new things. For example, making it all the way around the pump track without pedaling and hitting the wood like this. Maybe. The Firebird was nuts. I felt like I was flying. Probably should increase the suspension, but made it. Anyways, cheers till next ride, whenever that may be.